Typhoon Betty, internationally known, of course, as Mawar, continuing to just skirt the northeast coast of Luzon in the Philippines here, and it is weakening. We are seeing plenty of drier inflow come into this. The reason why, once again, here on Saturday and Sunday, and even Monday morning for that matter, a lot of these areas just actually looking at pretty decent weather, a light little breeze, kind of relatively cooler conditions outside of some of these sunnier spots towards the west, where it's actually been rather hot and calm. Point is, don't let that mislead you because things aren't going to be changing. Maybe even after the storm passes by the Philippines. And I'll get to that in a second. But right now, let's talk about the eye. Still formed up there. Still have a bit of moisture inflow coming in from the south. But this is slowly just getting ate away by that dry air. Now, it is turning towards the north. That's the good news. It's all because it's rounding this high pressure area right there. You have a low coming in across Japan, bringing some showers for them right now. That's actually going to start to hook this. So it's been traveling along, actually passed right over Guam like that. And now we're starting to see that churn. And it's going to want to move off there towards the north. And as it does so, let's watch the back side of this because we're already seeing that moisture inflow coming with that monsoonal flow, and that's only going to pick up as this storm moves further towards the north. And it is going to be tracking off here, staying just east of Luzon, slowing right down over the next 48 hours, almost just moving, about 300 to 400 kilometers. It's not going to be moving very fast, very far at all. At this point, only about 8 miles per hour, so about 10 kilometers per hour forward direction. And as it does that, there's upwelling taking place. It mixes that cooler waters from below, causes it to weaken, shear, dry air. All good news for all of us. Now, you do notice this by Saturday does start to approach the southern Japanese islands. And if you are in Ishigaki, Miyako, even over towards Okinawa, you need to be watching this closely. Next weekend, you could be looking at tropical storm strength conditions. I mean, that's pretty, the wind field's going to be large enough. I think that that's going to be pretty confirmed as this pulls towards the north there. Also, some pretty heavy rainfall possible there in parts of Taiwan as it skirts just towards the east of there as well. So, Taiwan's still going to be looking at that rainfall too as that wind field continues to expand as this slows down. And then you hear it by Friday into Saturday, it pulls over Okinawa in the southern Japanese islands and towards the north. But notice while all of this is happening, while our storm is tracking off here, that entire time we are seeing moisture inflow into it, not quite reaching the storm because it gets stopped on the west coast of the Philippines, but that monsoonal flow, that river of moisture is going to set up, and we are going to have days on top of days of rainfall. So don't let the fact that maybe you're out here in Manila, you're like, what's this storm everybody's talking about? Number one thing people saying it's hyping, and I can get that because there has been people saying that it's coming towards it's going to make landfall, and that there's not true. This is going to stay offshore and well towards the east. So those people saying, we're going to get a super typhoon. It was a super typhoon. It has weakened. It's not going to be making landfall in the Philippines. And when it does eventually make landfall in the southern Japanese islands, it probably is going to be a tropical storm. It's all about the inflow and all about that persistent moisture. And I think it's going to surprise people how much rain is going to be coming down here because their spots are going to be 300 to 500 millimeters in region 1, all the way down towards Mindoro. I think it's going to get some torrential precipitation back towards Palawan. So the west coast of the Philippines needs to watch that big rainfall threat. I'm going to have another update here soon. I want to keep you guys posted on the storm. And one thing is be ready, be smart, and be safe out there.